Let's dive in. Professor Stephen Caliendo from North Central College, thanks for being here.
Sure.
So the big takeaway from last night seems to be him saying that he may not accept the results of the election if he loses. Why do that? What's his long-term game plan, do you think?
I was watching the debate last night at a watch party on campus with 3 other political scientists in a room full of political science students, and you could hear the air go out of the room when he said that. He had to be ready for the question because he's been suggesting on the campaign trail that the election was rigged, and he's already setting up that if he fails, that there's some excuse for it. But this is beyond the pale. I mean, in 2000, when Al Gore lost the election, he got 500,000 more votes than George W. Bush. There was a contested election in Florida and the recounts and all that. You remember the pregnant chads and all that stuff. But at some point when it's over, he says, I accept it. This is the way the election works out. After 9/11, George W. Bush ended up with over 90% support because the country rallied around. Sometimes there's things that are more important than partisan politics. And the outcome of an election, a democracy, is one of those things. And so I don't think that we've ever heard anything as outrageous in a debate as what we heard last night.
Very, very interesting to hear him say that. To play devil's advocate, though.
Sure.
Should you say that ahead of time if you felt that it was rigged? Was it surprising for you to hear him say that last night?
No, I wouldn't. Well, I was surprised because he had a chance to back off of what he's been saying, and he didn't. And his running mate did. His running mate said,
of course, as well.
Everybody, right? Because you accept the results. If there was some evidence of voter fraud, but there's no. I mean, it's so minimal. There's almost no in-person voter fraud, and we can't ignore the racial component to this. I mean, he's suggested it's inner city Philadelphia. Those people, you know what I mean, and so there's an important racial component to this that he keeps coming back to, and that's something that certainly can't be ignored.
Do you think we'll see any more October surprises? I mean, we've had the slow drip of the hacked emails and then the tape with Trump. Can there be any more?
Oh, there can be more. I don't know. We have what is it? 2.5 weeks left. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what it matters at this point. I think that we know what Hillary Clinton has done that's problematic. We understand sort of where she is. We know what Donald Trump has done that is problematic. Anything new that comes out is probably just going to tie into the existing narrative that's already in place for either one of them. So I don't know that it'll be much of a game changer.
I know that we're out of time. I have a quick question though. Do you think that anything from last night will influence voter turnout though?
Well, that's, I think, what was important, and it might. I think that Donald Trump did a really good job with his base in all 3 of the presidential debates, including last night. I think they said the things that they wanted to hear. They really don't like Hillary Clinton, and he was being their voice for maybe for 30 years of things that those folks wanted to say to Hillary Clinton, and he absolutely did that. So if that energizes them, good for them. But it also good for down-ticket Republicans, because I think that's where the real concern is from the Republican National Committee at this point. What happens in the Senate races, what happens in the House races. We're seeing the way that the money's been moving is suggesting that the internal polling in both campaigns suggests that this is a done deal on the presidential level, and they need to focus on Congress.
All right. Keep your cot here handy.
I'll keep my cot handy. There's a shower back there. Do I understand?
Good
Good for you.
Thanks,
Good news for you.